What's up, Jason? What's up, Shanna? Welcome aboard. We out here working. Hands got dirty from dust. I'm up at the lake house. Y'all can see it in the back. I'm up at the lake house. If y'all ain't know, or from another post that I posted, cat stole my stove. Cat stole our stove. So we had to get here for a stove delivery. And from the stove didn't get delivered till uh, late. 4 to 7 was the time, and they got here probably about 6 o'clock. Bought the new stove in. Also had to learn from mistakes, and we finally got uh, internet here. So the thing in the internet, this place is way out in the bush. It's way on top of the mountain. If you can see the mountain right here, this place is way on top of the mountain, and we ain't got mountains like you guys got out west, but way on top of the mountain, and they only had satellite. Lately, they've been building communities up here, so they brought out like Comcast or Xfinity or whatever the heck they call it these days. Um, After that, they so we called Xfinity because it was either that or the satellite. Xfinity had to run wires all, and they just got done like maybe 15 minutes ago. So Cass went out and to get Zeze something to eat, and she should be back any minute now because it's up in the mountain, but you literally like 5 minutes from anywhere, So, and the key to, I think, regardless of what we doing, we got to come live. So came in. I'm here till she gets here. She went to the Bojangles. That's the closest thing that I like to eat. All the other stuff, there's other stuff around here, but I'm not too keen on. So I was like, keep it simple. Let's get some chicken and call it what it is. But she had set up this gigantic live, and this live was going to be about financing. Thanks, Shanna. Thanks, Shanna. When Cassian get back, we show a little bit more of you. Uh, the lighting in here is not very conducive to what do you call it? Internet, and we're not home, so we had to set up. So I just dropped the laptop out of the backpack and dropped the thing out of the backpack, and good to go. We rock. I guess all the boys, all the turkeys are hanging out down in Florida right now. I haven't had a chance to look at what anybody's doing. I've been in here. Another thing that happened, we had to relocate the original location where the washer and dryer was originally set up in the plans right here. So the kid had to cut open some walls, move the wire somewhere else, and it wasn't that bad. It came up to like 13 holes to relocate it. So did that, and now we patched up. So through the first coat, used a multi tool. Yo, whoever invented that damn thing, I think it was fine or something. Whoever invented that thing is a brilliant genius. I cut the drywall out, put the same drywall in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And just it's patched up already through a first coat on the first coat of compound drying. I use a 20-minute set, but it's still drying. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do it. And here comes the stars with my Bojangles. Jason said the Bojangles is dope. Come on, Zezek. It is 8:06, so you only made 6 minutes. The lighting over there is bad. and I couldn't rig it, so I came over here. Okay. So yeah, so here they go. They're back with the Bojangles, and, and they got iced tea, unsweetened iced tea. But I left my Gatorade right there and watched Zadie grab my Gatorade instead of the damn iced tea. hmm Yeah, she's gonna add Gatorade instead of the iced tea. But yeah, what Cass was working on the lot for this week, and one of the things that she was putting on, what was it? It was, but she ran out of time because she had to get her hair done. That just playing.
Quality and
Yeah,
price synonymous with the gun brand.
I don't understand what that is. It was something about does price reflects quality,
The price is and quality synonymous with the brand.
or does price and quality synonymous with some brands,
The gun brand.
with a guns brand.
So you buy a brand that you're sure of
Come on, you can't talk with your mouth full. So yeah, so she over there talking with her mouth full, and they are eating. They didn't even share it out to me. So yeah, but what's up, Coy? It's good seeing you. It's good seeing you here. I got the drywall hands. This ain't ash. This is work. You know, this is not ash. This is work. No, I'll have to eat when I go. You can't eat on camera, Cassian. You only can smoke and drink. You only can smoke and drink on camera.
Is that in your room?
No, because you start eating, you have like bread and sugar all over your face, bread and chicken all over your face, greasy ass. Just greasy, greasy, greasy. But yeah, let me show y'all the lake house in case y'all don't see. I don't know how to do this with the phone. So this is my lake before it gets blowed out. Before it gets before it gets too dark. So that's so yeah, this is because I need the light. Leave it alone. The lighting. So Cassian moving my stuff. So yeah. She's moving my stuff. So yeah, we're in here. I had to walk around like this. This is the bathroom. Like I said, we had to relocate the washer and dryer. So the plumbing is still there, but the electric had to be moved. So that was today patching that up. Every renovation that we've done for the past 4 years had one of these super spa showers. Every single one. Every single one. And yeah, they stole my stove. Now we got the new one. Just got the new one today. So they stole my stove. So yep. And she want to show her lighting and go to her store, shop Kazam. Everything in this house is in her store. So we're so this is downstairs. I was just messing around. So I had to move the washer and dryer. So the washer and dryer end up being here. So this is the electrical. I'm gonna just tie the plumbing externally into there. If I could just get the computer right, run the plumbing that way. And yeah, just a bunch of holes that I was doing to move the to move the to move the yeah to move the electrical for the washer and dryer. A whole bunch of holes. Just a whole bunch of holes and a whole bunch of drywall work. That's why my hands are like this. Just little stuff. Like I said, this is the other bathroom. Like I said, just moving stuff. Like I said, this here, whoop, signature shower. Every renovation over the past 4 years had one of those daggone showers. So yeah, um, yeah. So it's something like four, something like bedrooms, but it's only like this is the basement level, I guess. But yeah, this is the basement level, and this is the lower deck. This is the lower deck. I still got this over here. We try to salvage everything because over here there's going to be more, two more houses we got to build, but we didn't get to that point yet. It probably be one. I'm probably make it a daggone campground, but I don't think the city will allow it. The county will allow it. But yeah, that's the upper deck there. Now she want a tour. So yeah, so we just here, and I'm just showing you. This 2 Hour for Life is more than about guns. I was going to finish the outside electric, but guess what? It started raining, and it started raining earlier this week. Got to make sure the damn door locked. Door locked. We good. And just running around, just doing. Oh, and also this is Cass doing all this artwork right now. So we got boxes full of artwork and Bojangles, and just artwork. This artwork. Just bringing some artwork. Yeah, and this is I'm back upstairs. This, I guess, it's two something like bedrooms upstairs and two something like bedrooms downstairs. This is a cleanup, the catch stuff. I'm just catching stuff, but I have to organize it or else I'll lose it. So I just got plumbing and electrical, just sorting everything out so I could finish up. Cass wants to show the upper deck. This is the upper deck. This is the upper deck, and those are the shower doors. If I can ever find the pieces, I ain't get to that part of my day yet. Yep, and that's it. And dumpster, and neighbors, and that's the catch-all stuff over there. The tires for when I get ready to build the range, but it's not gonna be here. I'm probably build it up across that mountain in West Virginia. Yeah, I gotta get my own range. I'm tired of paying these people to shoot at their place. Yeah, but yeah. So and yep, and I think that's it. Just doing the catch-all stuff. No, that's it. Just and bringing in little bits of accent furniture. It's old-fashioned chair. Cassian loves this chair. I don't know. What do y'all think? She loves this chair. Oh, okay.
That chair is a gorgeous chair.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all see my plans? Yeah. Yeah, I really do this. I really do. I don't just talk shit. I do shit. Anyway, but that's it. What's up? Who else is here? Dust. What's up, fam? Dust, you here? Get out of here. Oh, you missed the grand tour. Go ahead, Cass. But I'm gonna grab some chicken. Cass, you take a little bit. You sit there and you talk a little bit while I'm gonna eat a piece
No,
of
but
chicken.
we didn't talk about why we
But you unprepared, so go ahead and finish.
oh.
So you touch off. Hello. Go ahead, so I can get a piece of chicken. Go ahead.
So I'm just
Go ahead.
all right. So the topic that we were supposed to oh, thank you. You know, I want to change my look. You know, feel all fresh and new again. Oh, hey, Kick Up Dust, Shana, Jason. So we the topic was really supposed to be what I was preparing and I didn't get around to finishing. Was really our our quality. No, is it that quality and price synonymous with is quality and price synonymous with with a gun brand? Meaning that if a gun is actually priced at a certain point, then does the quality equate to what it's priced at? And hello, Chris. Chris Stevenson is on. Yeah.
What
So
up, Chris?
when we looked at it, I was looking at the fact that
What
a
up?
lot of times branding is such a big part of what sometimes determines the pricing of something, right? As well as loyalty to a particular gun that someone might like and you just loyal to it and so on. And sometimes a gun may not be of the same price point, but it still serves the same purpose and or could be
So
I
are
would
you
say
paying for
equate
the
to
name?
it. So are you paying for the name, right? And I told Armella the story about the social experiment that was done sometime last year, where this lower brand store, they rebrand themselves, make it look all nice and fancy, and they invited over some social influencers, people are supposed to know about fashion, and show them the shoes. And all these people who are supposed to know all about quality, about the best thing ever, they kept on saying, "Oh, this is so amazing! This is awesome quality! This is so good!" And the price was significantly higher than the shoes normally sell for. So the shoes were priced at a couple hundreds of dollars versus them being less than $100 that they normally are. And it was just that they got so much um, they got so much great compliments about the great quality of the shoes. Anyway, lo and behold, the shoes was actually from Payless. So by rebranding Payless shoes and giving it a story of it being the top notch and the best thing, it actually made everybody say, "Yeah, this is the best quality ever. This is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen." Where it was really all Payless shoes. So there's that's almost not the idea of that you pay for a bottle of water anywhere from $1 to $5 to $10 based on where it is and the branding of it, but it's the same water. So that made me think, okay, fine. Is it possible? And I'm not claiming to be the biggest connoisseur of guns because I'm still learning. But is it possible that we may be paying more for the brand versus actual quality? And this is not necessarily across the board. It's just something that I thought was interesting to look at, and you guys could all weigh in on what you think about it, because everybody had the idea of what they thought they think is good and amazing, but is it really so in all cases and situations? So y'all could weigh in on that. Um, it's just me looking at it from my perspective. Like, does it all matter? Because Armel, no, I am not the biggest proponent of brands. I mean, I don't give a shit about that stuff, really. What I find sexy is buying me an apartment building. But but the point is that everybody have the idea of what they like, what they're loyal to, and what they're willing to pay for.
Nah,
what
she,
matters
she
to them.
don't get it messed up. She spends.
I spend on stuff that could try to make me some money. I mean, I'm not always correct, but
Yeah, but you buy designer stuff too.
which designer stuff I buy? Armel.
Do it in corporate America.
Huh? Oh, when I was in corporate America, man, yeah. But I'm not in corporate America right now, so that don't matter. So but yeah. So you want to weigh in because you know more about guns, so you could talk about the
No, but
comparisons
the
that you
thing
talk
about it,
about.
right? From the conversation that we had that developed it, so it's basically like this. So because like a brand like Glock, right? And everybody knows they got like 8 million different Glock clones, and everybody and their mother got a Glock clone, right? So so some of these Glock clones is like I could look at a Stoger or something like that. This is a $150, $200 gun, right? Yeah, it's a clone of a Gen 3 Glock. So if I take a Gen 3 Glock, right? What justifies that Gen 3 Glock at $650 versus $200? That's a 3 times markup. So am I paying this 3 times markup for the quality, which it should be a clone, or am I paying this 3 times markup for the branding? So that's just one of those things. That's just one of those things. And I know what's up, Dude Knowledge. I see Dude Knowledge in there, and he's one of the ones that he said a lot of the money that you're paying for. And I've learned this, from talking and speaking to Dude Knowledge.
One second, just do not.
In detail about this, but he said some people would think that dealing with the major brands, that a lot of the price comes from the cost of research and development. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure that the price is reflective in research and development, and that doesn't exactly comes from my experience in firearms. That comes from my experience in production, uh, in the world of in corporate America for the past 100 years, for the past few years that I've been in here, been a part of corporate America. Um, what I've grown to find out in corporate America is that regardless of what industry that I've been in, regardless of whether it was telecom or whether it was the energy business or whether it was real estate, property management, construction, it's literally at the top of the game. It's literally like 5 daggone companies that run this whole shit. It's supplied from everybody. So in the construction industry, you probably got about shit 2, maybe 3. The fact is, in the construction industry, is when you purchasing materials, it used to be 3, but now I'm thinking it's probably about 2 major players that make every fucking thing, regardless of whether it's branded or not. Those 2 companies would be like one, BAF, and the other one would be Koch Industries. From the drywall to your laminate floors. I don't care if you're getting it from daggone Lumber Liquidators, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. You getting it from one of them. It's regardless. You getting it. They push it out. Then in industry, I've worked in the food industry and the energy industry in my time out here. In those industries, I know for a fact that probably about 5 companies make all the goddamn food, all the food. So it's like, does it matter if I'm buying the food from here? So, and I'm starting to kind of like see the same thing in the gun industry, but I'm not so sure about that. And yeah, they have some boutique guns and boutique companies and all of that, but the OEM, the original equipment, the original design, it's looking like the same few people. Ammunition, same thing. I'm swear there's some small boutique differences here and there, just like anything. Like you got small farmers that's not part of Monsanto's group or whatever, but I'm not so particularly sure because I ain't telling nobody to cheap out on High Point and get a Sky, but in that price range, in the same price range that you want to spend that $200 to get a Sky, that daggone Stoker is pretty goddamn close. Not only that, just the other day, I don't know how much a Sky costs because I don't even look at them damn things, but they're not very fucking appealing to me. But I'm not saying that anybody can. They're not very appealing to me. But I sit there and I bought it. Maybe it's Brandon or something like that. I bought a CZ that I catch on sale for, I don't know, less than $250. So if I'm looking at it like, I'm not buying this Sky, I'll buy the CZ, but the price difference ain't the same if you're shopping. But some people don't know. Some people don't know no better, and then it's like consensus. But I'm just sitting here wondering if Brandon has something to do with it. It's something to do with pricing, and what does the Brandon have to do with the quality? You know what I mean? So, like, say for instance, let's see, big giant BNT advocate, my dude, right? And he'll get into arguments with XYZ. Now, I don't really know anything about, comparables to BNTs or whatever, because I don't really have any PCCs or any of their firearm. But from what I heard, it's a standard reputation, and I like watches. So and from being into watches and timepieces, I know how different or how Swiss and Germans and Austrians look at precision, especially in mechanic, and they spend a whole lot of time on that. Whether it's worth it or not, because I look at the tanks from World War II, the Maybach tanks, they were overly engineered for what they supposed to have done. You know what I mean? One thing goes wrong, a little bit of timing off, they stuck, which was probably one of the reasons why they couldn't keep up with the fast pace of. Yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, anybody feel free to chime in. Let me know. I thought it was going to be more on finance or something else. But like I said, we're unprepared. We've just been running. We just been running all week. All week. Anybody could jump in if you feel like it. I really don't. I really don't mind. I love company. I absolutely love company, and I'm giving the cable here a new run. See the sunset going down, y'all. The sun is going down. See, this is good. I don't think you've been here this late.
No, we've never, not with the lights on.
I don't think she's ever been here. Y'all see this? Damn, this is nice.
What?
Look at this. The sunset.
Where's the sunset?
The sun is setting. The sun is setting.
I'm tired though. We need to put them grass out.
Yeah, the sun setting. I don't think she's been here this late, yo. You need night vision for real out this bitch.
No, let me turn this light off. The light was not on.
No, the light blocks it, Cassian. The light is off. You need a
light-
light behind you for the camera to work.
No, but this light is on.
Yeah, turn that light off.
You sure?
Positive, Cassian. Thank you. Turn that light off.
Which light?
That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm just spend a night in here to make sure everything works good. One of these days.
So anyway, we're gonna have a bug out flex in case y'all didn't know. Bug out flex coming in, and we are doing two. We're doing one in August. First weekend in August. We're doing a bug out flex we were going to go up top of the mountain and where they got the long range and up to the cove. But I'm like, later for it, man. I ain't paying the cove $35 to camp out, and I could camp out right here. I could camp out right here. Everybody come through, pitch a tent, and rock.
I had an idea that we could.
And we might do it before that.
We were like, we couldn't pitch anything on the deck.
Yo, you hear her? She want to camp out on the deck.
Listen, I told him that I don't like going nowhere with no proper bathroom.
She want to camp out on the deck.
So we could camp out on the deck, and then the bathroom is right here. So
You can camp out outside the deck. The camping is supposed to be on the ground, not on the goddamn deck.
Why can't be on the deck?
Because nobody can camp on the deck. The deck is for observing and walking and moving. The tent could be outside of the deck.
Those two big ass decks could put
Yeah, but you still people could come back and forth and in and out from the deck. Cassian, no, on the grass. It ain't camping if you ain't on in the dirt.
The guy was trying to tell me that there were snakes on the grass, and we just trying to handle this.
It is snakes in the grass. It's snakes all over the place.
I've never seen one.
I need a bed. Well, you need a bed. I don't know what you talk about, Chris.
I need to bed. I need to bed. I don't know what does that mean.
I don't know what the hell he talk about, man. Do you need to get laid? I don't know. I need a bed. You know.
No, I think he means you need to have a bed or no.
I got a bed.
Well, we're gonna put some beds in here.
Yeah.
Once you finish.
Once I finish with this drywall, we'll move more stuff in here, more furniture in here.
Yeah.
Once you finish with this dusty ass drywall stuff, because it really doesn't make any sense. See, man, what up? Yeah, what's good, my buddy in Alaska? We enjoying the beautiful Virginia sunset. Yeah, but that's it, man. That's it. So, but yeah, so that's what I was talking about. So you take over. So I was just wondering, anybody want to know? Because I know Chris Stevens, like, all kinds of stuff, and C-Man likes nights, and everybody like these nights thing. But does the name justify the cost? I don't know.
You can weigh in on your opinions on that.
Weigh in. Weigh in, man. Come join it. How is it down there in Florida? Anybody who went down there? Yeah, anybody went down to Florida, down to the Pew Party and do a whole lot of shooting? Yeah, I think it was this weekend. Yeah, we were trying to go down there, but my life is real. I don't even know what I'm doing half the daggone time. I don't know what. Get out of that room. So yeah, tomorrow we just throwing in, the internet is up, so now we're throwing in some security features, electronic locks, more cameras. Yeah, we putting in a little more security features, and but yeah, that's it. Get out of here. So Dust and Tack are the only ones that went? Damn, Dude Knowledge, you ain't go? Oh, that's crazy. It's all right, though. You can't make everything, man. I wish I could go to all of these events. I wish. I'm trying to take the show on the road, and I could go on the road by myself, but she want to go too. But she got too much stuff going on. She can't put the world down and leave. And plus we got Zay. And Zay is the most particular eater in the entire world. She is the most particular eater in the world. She doesn't eat cold food. Her food has to be of a certain temperature in order for her to eat it. She doesn't eat out. So you literally have to cook her meal, unless the only thing she'll eat out is like fried chicken. That's it. And then she gets tired of that. So she gets tired of that. She has to have something different. You can't give her fried chicken every day. She'll eat that the snack. So it's hard. It's hard for Cass to get on the road. But me, I'm about as soon as this daggone thing is done, up and running, I'm putting the show on the road. I'm probably headed back to the next conference and out on the West Coast. Try to get down to Florida. I'm trying to get down to North Carolina. Where else you got on the list? Where? Yeah, we'll probably head down to Richmond, Virginia. Where else? Yeah, we probably head down to Richmond, Virginia. But other than that, so go ahead. Let me get up and get some more to eat.
It's so cold now. What do you want me to talk
Yeah,
about?
I'm just talk. It was your topic. You the producer.
Well, I'm not the biggest connoisseur of guns, Armo. Talk what?
Talk about anything.
I could talk about one of the things I know most about is real estate, really. So I could talk for hours and hours about real estate.
We'll talk about it.
So you don't want me to talk about real estate? Always talk about real estate. Talk about real estate. About how to get your first deal and all I'm saying is HGTV is a bloody lie. Real lies, not realistic. Nothing is as they claim it is. Nowhere near that at all. So don't believe the hype of what they're showing you. It's definitely not the reality. But like one of the things I'm now trying to get into is building generational wealth. And one of the things, of course, is that you have to get cash flow where you get passive income coming in, you don't work, and things keep on coming in, which is what's the whole goal of actually getting this property up and running, as well as getting the land next door to potentially build. And then we're like, okay, fine, versus building where it costs so much, gonna put maybe 2 RVs on it for now, for that to generate some money. So yeah, so right now I'm looking into moving away from doing short SFA, single family homes, because it's so exhausting. And I'm looking to fire myself because I do a lot of run up and down, trying to get things going. You want to buy 5 acres in Washington State?
No.
Oh, that's what Jason says.
I don't want to buy 5 acres in Washington State. I can't bring my guns.
He said he can't bring his guns. Can I split it up and build multi-units? Can I split up and build multi-units? I'm also going to split up and build multi-units, or build a couple houses on it. But so right now looking at getting into multifamily, because that way you get paid 3 ways on a deal, and there's money coming in different ways. So that's definitely where my interest lies right now, and where I'm actively looking at in different areas of where could I get some multi-units to buy to get that going. Because the goal is that Ahmed said he's soon 50. I'm not that far behind, so I really want to stop actively working soon, in the next few years, and just have money coming in. And I wouldn't say retire, but definitely work at a more leisurely pace. Ahmed said I retired 4 years ago. Well, I quit my corporate job, but I work pretty hard every day. So retiring is where I don't have to do jack shit. I just get up and think, what am I, do I have to really worry about trying to get anything going? That's being retired. So I'm still actively earning my bread. That's not retired. So but like I said, I mean, real estate is my passion. I could tell you about renovating a home from start to finish. Everything that's involved. I negotiate contracts with the contractors, and they always don't assume that because I'm a woman, I don't know anything I'm talking about. But I'm very shrewd when it comes to pricing. I know exactly what everything costs. Oh, you want to give Armin some of that well so you could get some of his money? That's funny. This right here, Chris says. He's yo, Armel, Chris say out of whack. I should give you some of my money so you could buy some guns.
Huh? What you say?
See, I should give you money so you could buy guns. Armel is my husband, so Armel is party so whatever it is I make is also his. So it's not like I'm holding on to crazy wealth and we're not sharing. He's my partner through it all. And he also helps as well in a lot of things that I may sometimes struggle with. He's a wealth of information about HVAC systems, electrical, plumbing, structural stuff that I may not always know everything about. So, but I mean, it's I sometimes I'm at odds in terms of do we really need that all that many guns, but Arma keeps buying. Huh?
Guns are not the only thing I do. So I have other interests and other hobbies. So sometimes I move one for the other.
That is true. You do, yeah. I mean, he sometimes he gets crazy where he buys a lot of equipment. So I mean, that can be quite expensive buying tools, buying different equipments and stuff. That adds up as well. So I mean, someday could take to the pawn shop, right? So he buys a lot of equipment and stuff. But when it comes to again with real estate, I I
Travel too.
travel. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, well, I mean, I've been around a few places. Um, I could be to a bit more countries, I don't know. But we've traveled around the country quite a bit. I know I did in my previous life in corporate America. I was literally on a plane. Oh my gosh, so much. Almost every week I was flying out to somewhere else, so a different part of the state. And I knew it got bad where at one point, 10 days into the week, no, 10 days into the month, halfway through the month, I'd been on 10 planes. So we were like in the middle of the month and I'd been on 10 planes already. And at one point, I remember I flew into an airport. I was supposed to fly to a different airport. And I didn't even know which airport I was at. I was like, I don't know which airport I'm in. And I'm like, this is just absolutely crazy because I was flying so much. And Zadie was still very much a baby, 2.5, 3 years old. And it was just became too much where the constant traveling. I mean, I was in Atlanta pretty often, but most of the time I didn't see Atlanta because I was just flying to the airport and meetings all day and fly back out 3 days later. Florida, Arizona, Carolina. I mean, it was a lot of flying. It was a lot of flying and it looked glamorous and being in corporate America and conferences and all these expensive dinners. And I used to take pictures of all my expensive dinners, but it sucked because I remember being in a hotel room all the time and I used to make a joke. And please, it's just a joke, but I used to tell Armel I see more hotel rooms than a hookup because it was just so many hotel rooms that just got ridiculous. So I decided that I didn't want to have any more of that. Zadie came first, family came first, and I think what did it for me was the Friday I was supposed to fly to Atlanta Monday morning. And I remember having a conversation with Armin. I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And then I just didn't fly to Atlanta. I just literally went into work, wrote a nice letter, sent up 9 a.m., said I'm leaving this job, brought my laptop in, and I just bounced. And people were like, how could you have left such a job? Because it was supposed to be a really cushy 6-figure kind of income, look glamorous with all this flying all over the place and amazing hotels and dinners. And I was like, no, it's all that thing don't mean shit if it meant that I'm staying so much away from my family. And we had to hire a nanny to watch Zadie because she was still so young. It was too much for Armel. So I literally, yeah, we had to hire a nanny because it was just too much for Armel and I just wasn't around. And Zadie herself started, she started really acting up because our mom wasn't there. So it was just a decision where and a lot of corporate I'm horrible at corporate politics. I wasn't good at it, but I'm a good producer. My numbers were crazy, but I didn't like the politics either. So it was just a decision that I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And I walked away, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to real estate. um, and I had some real estate experience before because I worked in New York as a realtor, and that was kind of a wild, crazy time as well. When everybody was tanking in 2008, I was killing it in the real estate market, the rental market. So I was leading a team and doing very well with that. So anyway, but in that, that's not, but that's part of my traveling story where I was traveling a lot. Besides other trips I've made abroad, I've been to China. That was so many years ago. I've been to China. Well, it was more like Hong Kong before it became part of China. Yeah, that was a kind of a cool trip. I've been to Hong Kong, so yeah, Hong Kong is really interesting how the architecture is. I really liked it. I don't know what it is now since it's not part of China again, but at the time it was still part of the British. So that was a cool thing to go and to go watch and look at. Yeah, I've been to Guatemala. Where else have I been? I don't remember. Been to a few other places. So anyway,
Anyway,
that's my bit of story.
yeah, she loved talking about herself.
What you tell me to talk about shit?
She loved talking about herself. But for real, oh, so yeah, so this lifestyle to me, 2 Hour for Life, is more than just about guns and apocalyptic type shit and commando thing. One of the things that I wanted to focus on the tactical side, because business is really tactical, and I've been in corporate America for a hot minute, and I used to travel all the time. When she wasn't, I was running from Maine to Miami, up and down the East Coast, which was my territory. Um, doing like sustainable energy type stuff. But it was absolutely wow. So with that being said, I've traveled probably to a lot of states. I've been on almost every continent on the planet Earth. Uh, Almost every continent, whether it was Asia, Africa,
I haven't been to
Europe,
Africa yet.
South America, you know,
Been to South America.
yeah, all in South America, up in the mountains with the Incas in Peru and Ecuador and Bolivia, you know, everywhere, you name it, I'll probably Chile, Argentina, Brazil, uh, Colombia, uh,
Yeah,
so
Arma.
many.
I mean, it's been way more than me. So whenever I say I want to go somewhere, Arma's like, "Oh, I've been there. It's horrible. Don't go there." I'm like, "That's not fair."
Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Iraq, everybody, you know, Afghanistan, all of that. So many different Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, Israel, Egypt, Greece, Turkey. There's not too many places that I really haven't laid down the Armel brand down, you know. And I've seen a lot of different things. The Caribbean, um, Seychelles, somewhere out in the Indian Ocean between Madagascar and India. So you know, so many different places. Um, During those travels, I got to experience a lot of different ways different people live, and I learned to appreciate being an American and some of the privileges that we have here, and some of the shit that we don't have. But yeah, it's been it's been really good. But back to what I was saying, in the tactics, right? As far as is the business world, you have to be really tactical, especially in corporate America. Especially in corporate America. Yep, I've been there too. I've been there too.
You've been there, so nobody's allowed to go there no more. You've been there.
I've been there too,
You
Chris.
went there and take the place of Arma.
Yeah, I took it over, man. Yeah. Then
The Jova is on.
What's up, Jova? The other thing is, Cass teaches me a lot about business. She's really, really educated. And one of the things that we do every time we undertake a project, uh, real estate is not the only thing we do. It's just one of the facets in a portfolio. Construction is not the only thing we do. We do a little bit of everything. If you name it, if it makes money, we probably do it. One of the things is we do with every project is something called SWOT analysis. And it reminds me of when I first heard of the terminology many years ago, probably about 12 years ago. When was it?
When we met?
No, no. Probably when you were in school.
Gosh, that was when I started school 13 years ago when I
Yeah,
did my master's.
it was like when she did her master's. I had to help her with her homework while she was doing her master's. Anyway, she was doing her master's, and I was helping her with her homework, and I would read her stuff. So one of the things was the SWOT analysis. So I thought it sounded like SWAT, like special weapons and tactics or some shit like that. But for real, it's a strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats.
Yeah.
And that applies to all technical situations.
Yeah, what I mean? We actually started working on a book on
and
that.
we actually started working on a book about it. But the crazy thing is, right? Some guys got crazy ass Gucci gear, all the latest things, but they never, what are their strengths besides this Gucci shit? What are their weaknesses? What opportunities do they have to exploit their strength or defend their weaknesses? And who are the threats? If you don't,
but threats isn't necessarily a person.
Threat is a situation or anything.
Threat could be a situation. Threat could be you could be a threat to yourself.
Or you could be a threat to yourself. And those applications is applied throughout businesses. But in the tactical world, it just seems like a ninja with a gun, woo, and a knife. You take on the world, just John Wicking and shooting and shit. But in reality, that's not it, So
I mean,
that's another topic that I want to explore.
I mean, that's something we talked about. We're both been in situations that were real, real. And I mean, one of the things that I said to Armo that maybe I start telling little bits of stories of things that has happened when I was around, Yeah, am I sure I said one of my stories?
No, you shared your story before.
No, I didn't tell all my stories.
Huh?
There were different type of stories. I'm talking about a serious scenario.
She got 80. You had a stories.
I know. No, but just even when I know type of situation though. Okay, this is something that happened. So when I was younger, I think I mentioned a long time ago that I used to go and watch my mom's store, and it was in downtown Kingston. We had a huge wholesale haberdashery kind of thing that was pretty well known. And we employed quite a few bit of people at a time. And there's this old man that used to come every time I used to party when I was young, and then my mom was like, you can party all you want, but make sure that by 6 o'clock in the morning you wake up to go open the store at 7 on the weekends, right? Saturdays and Sundays was my time to go open. And then Sundays I have the entire store to myself, running and running people and stuff, managing people. Anyway, so there's this old man that used to come and help us open the shutter, right? And anyway, so the same thing, usually he came, he opened the shutter and we opened. But what you don't know is that Kingston is in one of the most crime-filled part of Jamaica. And downtown Kingston is where they had dons at the time, and it was wild and crazy. And then you have Matches Lane, you have South, and they're always fighting, and it was crazy and wild. But in between that was the hustle and bustle of people actually coming to buy stuff. So we have our store, people come there on a Sunday, they sell their wares, and they would come and buy like quarter pound of rice, which really would be like 25 pounds of rice, sugar, that kind of thing. So we were selling quite a bit, and then people go and put in their stores. Anyway, So this old man would help us open the store every day. So one day, the usual thing, he come, hey, how are you? I'll pull the shutter up, we're fine. And then less than 10 minutes after he opened the store, somebody run and said, oh my gosh, them just kill him, right? I'm like, what? So this where the store was, there's an intersection, and apparently somebody used a sniper rifle or whatever, and they killed this guy. They shot him in the head, and they were rushing him up to the top of the road where the hospital was. So it was always crazy to see people getting shot, them being pushed up the road to the hospital in handcarts. And maybe I should show you what a handcart looks like. So it was like a shot. I was like, shit, I just saw him 10 minutes ago, and then we heard that he was shot and most likely dead because, you know, in the head kind of thing. So we had to quickly pull down the shutter. Everybody was like huddling inside because we thought there's pretty much like a war, felt like a war zone was happening outside. And then we're like, okay, fine. We were like, okay, so maybe it's safe to leave and stuff. So I remember we had to quickly close the store. And then I had to get in the car and drive past the same intersection where the man was just killed. And it was kind of nerve-wracking because I'm like, shit could pop up any second. And for a second, we were kind of stopped in this intersection because for some strange reason, we were still milling around. And it was just weird. And I was like, shit, there we were, right where this man got shot not too long ago. Yeah, so he was, you know what I mean, he was killed, he was hit. So it was just kind of a really weird, tense situation. And I mean, I don't know if any of you ever heard a story about downtown Kingston and what that's like, but that was really.
Yo, it's a funny thing, right? We was watching
really
movie
wild.
clips. We got a saying. What's the thing for third world cop?
Huh?
What's the saying for third world cops?
Oh, walk on, no, second. Walk on, live.
No, we
No.
run.
Oh, we run things not run we.
We run shit.
You run things not run we.
We run shit. Shit don't run me. Shit don't. Well, how you say it?
You say it only Bojangles. We run things not run we.
Say it.
We run things not
Yo,
run
if
we.
y'all never seen that movie, Third World Cop, check that out. Man.
Yeah, that shit's a classic. Yo.
It's a class. It came out in 1999. But
That's just a classic.
It's a classic movie. It's
classic.
a,
You always talk about Belly and stuff. You guys need to go
yo,
look.
I love Belly.
No,
Belly
you
like one of my
no,
favorite
but
movies.
everybody talk about Belly. You guys need to go watch Third World Cop. That's a real Jamaican. That's a Jamaican production, only in Jamaica.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! Boom, boom, boom,
Third
boom,
World Cop.
boom. Third World Cop, yo. You have some classic scenes, and it actually had some.
We
some
run things,
artists in
things
there.
don't
It had,
run me.
it had Elephant Man. It had Ninja Man. It wasn't in there. I remember everybody. But it's a if you guys liked Belly, you like Third World Cop. You may need to they might need to get.
Yo, they all shoot like this though. They shoot like this.
like,
Yo, for real though, that shit was crazy, right? I was out in Jamaica. We went to a session, right, at Raytown. And
yeah, it was our session in
oh
Raytown.
man,
my
we went
gosh.
to a session. A session is like a giant ass block party, right? So they said first day Cassie said, Armel, shut up.
Don't open
Don't
your
open
mouth.
your mouth.
They know you're a foreigner.
Because they know me a foreigner, right? Way deep in the ghetto. And I see the brothers arguing, and the dude pull out his joint, and he like that. I was like, what in the world? I was like, they really do that shit. Cats be posing, shooting at you and shit. That shit crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I told Armel don't pull out his gun because then no, not pull out his gun. Don't talk because everybody know that he's a foreigner, and don't pull out his cell phone because at the time,
Yeah.
all those times ago, they were killing people and stealing cell phones.
Yeah, they were killing people. That was before they had to find my phone. That was shit. That was probably
they were
before
killing
the
people and
iPhone.
stealing cell phones, so you could actually end up getting dead by exposing your
Yeah,
cell phone.
that was probably by
So
exposing
I
your
told
cell
him
phone.
you can't have your cell phone out. Don't talk to somebody. Know you're a foreigner.
They didn't have like smartphones so much back
Yeah.
then. They was killing people
That
over,
was
over the BlackBerry or some shit.
No, it wasn't. I mean, iPhone was out too, but it was just
It
like
just-
the early
just came
stages of
out.
iPhone. So yeah, so we were chilling, and I told him, and then somehow some crazy lady spot Armel, thought he was sexy or some shit, and she started targeting. I'm like, she spotted my foreigner. You remember?
We run things don't run we. And I just was like this.
That was real though. I mean, that was some real session stuff you see on TV kind of shit. Like real.
Yeah, I was in Panama back in the days, and these cats want to. There's like it was over a girl or something that a friend of mine was dance with. So all these dudes came and pull out guns. I was like, ho, put everybody on my crew in a cab, and just to get the fuck up out of there and go back to the hotel. But it was like, nah, we're not gonna shoot. We're not gonna shoot. Spanish cat. He's like, we're gonna box. I'm gonna box your dude. I was like, box? I ain't fighting this big ass brolic Panamanian ass dude. Get in the cab. He just got in the cab and he kept going. I was the last one in. But that was a crazy situation. They want to box. The box your skull. Anyway, y'all, I gotta it's late. It's an hour ride home.
Yeah,
I got an hour ride. I live an hour away from here. So, and we got to get out of here. And Zadie looking at us like we're crazy.
I know she's funny. When we went to buy the chicken, and then she was looking where I was going, and then when I turned to come around here, she was looking quite upset. Like, I know where you're going. I know I don't want to go there. Yeah, she wanted to go home. So
yeah, it's time for us to get home. So thanks for joining us tonight. But next week we're gonna do something about our defensive settings, our defensive or our tactical awareness, and as far as our SWOT analysis, how we living. It's not just about.
You want to do something on SWOT analysis?
Yeah, like let's sit back and evaluate how we are actually living. You know, what are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are our opportunities and what are our threats?
You really want to put that out there?
Who, mine?
I don't know. You want to do SWOT analysis and tell everybody what it is?
You know what I do? I camouflage myself in a white neighborhood. Not just white. I do, because it's a little bit. This is crazy, right? But the police act different. They actually protect you.
Yeah, if they know you from the neighborhood.
They know you from the neighborhood. They look out for you. It's a little bit crazy. What happened? Sight marks don't run my shit. I run that shit.
Sight mark run your shit. I'm gonna take back the pound.
But then you look at the sight mark. They say, oh, sight mark this, sight mark that. Sight mark is another one of those companies that is a subsidiary and co-owned by another company. And that company make all kinds of goddamn shit. I mean, most of the damn lasers that go in every goddamn body, most of the electronics that go in everybody goddamn.
I mean, it's a trick.
Sightmark is owned by Pulsar.
No, basically, it's a trick that companies do though, where it's the same company have high-end, middle, and lower range products.
Or make products for everybody else.
Yeah, so it's the same. Sometimes the same company make all three different range types of products, but they just brand it differently to cater to the audience that they expect to buy from them, you know?
Like Louis Vuitton, everybody does it.
I mean, I remember one of the things that I always had to create what I call value propositions, you know? So it's like no matter what it is that you're selling, it's how you brand it, how you market it, that really determines the value of it, you know?
It determines the value of it.
Yeah,
and it's not so much the R&D. And
no,
being that this is America, it ain't. Of course, it's not determined by the work that went into it.
He's saying, is he throwing word at you because you keep on buying cheap sight marks on them?
I don't buy sight marks that much no more. I was just starting out, Chris. Y'all gotta remember that I haven't been in this gun stuff that long.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I think it's partly knowledge because our mill.
I do a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of research, so I may seem to some people like I've been around longer, but I really haven't.
How long have you really been doing buying?
I started, but after I got shot, I stopped. I was like, this fucking gun shit ain't gonna help you. You know what I mean? If somebody got the drop on you, they got the drop on you. And I got back into it after the incident with those guys. Remember?
Yeah, when they pull their gun on you.
Yeah, and believe I did a lot of research. You know what I mean? And then in my research was more into the firearm itself, the firearms themselves, and not the accessories. Accessories was something that a light is a light, and that was a learning curve. But I'm still more interested in the firearms than the stuff you put on them. You know, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, it sometimes, you know, and I'm not into like Cerakote and Gucci paint, but everybody had their own thing. You know, I might be into that later. You know, I'm not one way.
But I mean, the only thing is that I actually want a gun pinned in Jamaican flag colors.
Yeah,
Or Rasta colors.
Cass likes the Cerakote and cute stuff. We ain't getting into that yet because she rather spend money on other things than decorating the daggone gun.
That is true.
So she likes it, but she does
I know
an analysis on what would I rather spend this $200 to $400 on. She'll
I
buy
know.
some art or something like that. Rice.
Well, I mean,
She'll buy food.
that is true.
She'll go to a restaurant and
like
spend
food.
$200 on a meal versus getting. But she wants her gun Cerakoted in Jamaican flag and
I know.
colorful
We
and art.
were there, and your guy was like, "Well, this is the price."
He done wrote the gun up.
I'm like, "What? Why?"
He done wrote her gun up and had her gun just like boom. He's like, well, it's gonna cost that. She was asking all the questions, ready to go. He said, yeah, it's gonna be a 2-week turnaround. Write it up
How
on the
much
paper,
money?
ready to give the receipt. And he said $400 for all of that.
It was $450.
$450 for,
I'm like, no,
for everything
hell
she
no.
wanted, right? It was $450. She said, hell no, give me that back. She snatched the
No.
damn paper out of his hand.
All right, no, I ain't spend $450.
She snatched the paper out of his damn hand.
Man, I could buy me some spray gun and experiments and shit.
She said she could get her some spray can and spray. I was trying to explain to her that the spray paint is different from Cerakote. But anyway, let me get out of here, guys, man. Thank you for coming again.
Yeah,
And
we still have the crab left that we still haven't eaten, yo. That shit's so good.
what crap?
He said he getting seafood, so he's not starting with crabs and shit.
Now,
Not today,
Jason, stop talking about seafood, man. Because now she's getting hungry.
No, I'm not. It's too late to eat the seafood.
It's too late to eat seafood?
Not tomorrow, though. It's still in the fridge.
I got to get a haircut. My balding is showing. I've just been too busy. But yeah, but that's it, man. Enjoy. We got to get out of here. Cassian, it's over an hour.
I have to go take Zizzy.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Hope to see you guys later. Bye-bye. End broadcast. End broadcast.